Hi, my name is Bibek Adhikari. I am a regular instructor. In today's class, we are going to solve the reading and listening portion of Unit 1, and the title of the unit is Be Careful. So, let's begin. Alright, then we are now studying Unit 1st, and under this section, we shall be learning two different modules. The first one is reading, and the second is listening. The title of the unit is Be Careful. Alright, so this is the title, and under this section, for now, we are going to read two things. We are going to read a story, first of all, and then we are also going to do the listening questions. We will go to the listening script and also solve the questions that are given in the book. So this is going to be a fun class, I guess. Let's start with the first section. The first section is called Look, Listen, and Say. So you've got to look, you've got to listen, and you've got to say. Alright, so this will work on three different levels. Let's look at the picture. In the first picture, as you can see, that's a big snake. A big green snake. And that's a boy who is looking at the snake and is also trying to touch it. And the mother is very anxious, and she wants her son to be very careful when it comes to observing these kind of wild animals. So if you look at the conversation that follows, it's something like this. The son says, "What a big snake!" And the mother says, "Be careful, it's dangerous." Repeat after me, please. What a big snake! Be careful, it's dangerous. So you've got to look, you've got to listen, and you've got to say, alright? So that is how we're going to learn English. First of all, you've got to look at the picture, then listen to what I'm saying, and you can repeat after me, alright? Let's look at the second picture. In the second picture, you can see a big elephant. And a little girl is running towards the elephant, trying to touch it. And the father is quite worried, and he's behind and trying to tell the little girl not to go too near, because since this elephant is a wild animal, it can be dangerous, And the conversation goes something like this. The daughter says, "What a big elephant!" And the father says, "Stop! Don't go near." Repeat after me, please. What a big elephant. Stop. Don't go near. Alright, so let's go to the second portion of the same section. So let's look at this one. So let us make some similar conversations. The first one is, "What big tiger?" Now you've got to unscramble it and make a sensible sentence. So let's do it. So from the combination of what big tiger, we can make what a big tiger. And we can also add a statement, don't go near. So let's go on doing that. What dangerous dog? So we can write, what a dangerous dog. And in reply, we can write, don't touch him. Let's look at the second one, what dirty fellow? So we can say, what a dirty fellow. What a dirty fellow. And as a reply, we can respond, don't talk to him, right? So let's look at another one. What naughty boy. What a naughty boy. And as a reply, we can say, don't play with him, right? This is how you can make conversations. You can also try making some conversation like this. Okay, now let's go to another section. Now we've got a song and we need to chant it. Chant is to sing musically. Let's look at this one. Let's look at the picture first. In the picture, you can see some students. There are some students and there's probably a teacher. And the teacher is guiding the student because this boy, he seems to have done some kind of mischief. And because of that, the teacher seems to be scolding him, and others are quite observant and they are looking and listening to the teacher. All right? So let's chant it. Now, I don't have that good voice, I'm pretty much sure that your voice is quite musical and you can sing it naturally and beautifully, but I'll try my best. Let's chant it together, right? Look before you jump, or you fall and bump. Think before you speak, or you get tongue sleep. Look before you leap, or you fall deep. So that's the rhyme. It's called a rhyme. Okay, let's find some rhyming words. I mean, some words from this chant. Some letters are missing, and there's an E here. And let's find that word first. I think D-double-E-P works in this condition. That's the last word, and that is E. So what's that? T-O-N-G-U-E, tongue. And there's A here. L-E-A-P, leap. And there's an U here. So let's find this word. B-U-M-P, bump. Or you can even write J-U-M-P, jump. Okay? Let's go on studying another section. So here's a picture, and you've got to look at the picture and say who they are. For that, we've got to go and read the listening listening text. So let's read to the listening text. Anil is a good boy. He studies in grade 4. He is 10 years old. He has a sister. Her name is Anisha. She studies in grade 2. Everybody says, "What a cute girl." Anil helps his sister. One day, Anisha was climbing stairs. Anil shouted, "Stop! It's slippery," he said. "Be careful. You may fall down." So you have listened to me. Now let's solve these questions. Anisha studies in which grade? Now you can tell me the answer very quick. So this is Anisha, by the way. And there's Anil. Anil is the elder brother and Anisha is the sister. So Anil is the elder brother and Anisha is the younger sister. All right, let's solve this one. So Anisha studies in, the correct answer is grade 4. You also study in grade 4, don't you? Oh no, something seems to be wrong there because, Anisha does not study in grade 4. She studies in grade 2. Who studies in grade 4, by the way? It's Anil. Yes, Anil studies in grade 4. Anisha studies in grade 2. And Anil is 10 years old, right? What did Anil say, by the way? Anil said, "Stop," because it's slippery. Let's go and study another section. Let's look at this one. So here's a boy. His name is Raz. And there's another man who's crossing the bridge. Raz is going somewhere and he is using a mobile phone, as you can see in the picture. Let's read and find out who saved Raz. Let's find out what happened to Raz. Raz studies in grade 4. He is very naughty. He is also very careless. He visits his uncle on Saturdays. He likes playing video games. Yesterday he was going to meet his uncle. He was on the bridge. It was broken. He did not see it. He was busy playing video games. "Stop! The bridge is broken!" a young man shouted. He did not listen to him. He was still playing video games. Interesting, isn't it? He's still playing the video games and crossing the bridge. Let's see what happens to him. "Look out, it's broken!" the man shouted again. "Be careful, there is danger!" He heard nothing. He fell down. Luckily, he caught the branch of a tree. The man saved him bravely. Everybody said, "What a brave man!" Raz was still sweating. He realized his mistake. "Thank you very much, young man," said Raz. So who saved Raz? In fact, a young man saved Raz. So if you can look at the picture, so here's the young man who saved Raz, right? So this young man saved Raz. He's hanging by a branch of a tree, and this man saved Raz quite bravely. The moral of the story is you should look where you're going. So that's the moral. Look where you are going. And do not be so obsessed with video games. It's okay to play video games, but if you play the video games all the time and do not care about where you're going, bad things may happen to you. So that's the moral, look where you're going. You've got to look where you're going, otherwise you might as well fall down just like Razu did. Right? So that's the moral of the story. The moral of the story is, I'm repeating it once again because it's very important. Memorize it. You can memorize it. Look where you're going. Let's go on reading this. Let's go and solve the questions now. Alright, these are the questions that's given there. Let's read the story again and tick the right answers. We've read the story. Now let's find the right answers. What class is Raz in? In which class do you study, by the way? You study in grade 4, yes. And Raz also studies in grade 4. So the correct answer is grade 4, of course. When does he visit his uncle? So he visits his uncle on Saturdays, yes, because that's the holiday. Saturday is the holiday and it's the weekend, so that's the proper time for visiting uncles. What was he playing when he fell down? Computer games? No. Football, was he playing football? No, not football. So he was playing video games, right. All the time he was just playing video games and he accidentally fell down from the broken bridge. Who is brave? Not Raz, obviously. The young man is brave, you see. There's some more questions. Let's solve them. So here are some more questions. Read the story again and write who said the following. Stop, the bridge is broken. A young man said it. What a brave man. Who said this? Whose statement is this, by the way? Yes, everybody said this. Thank you very much. Who said this? Raz said this to the young man. Alright, let's do some fun with the vocabulary. Match the words with the similar meanings. Naughty. What's naughty, by the way? Naughty is bad. And what's realized? Came to know. Yes. Leap is to jump. Caught. Held tightly. Saved. Rescued. So the match the following is also done. Now it's time for me to give you some homework. You don't like homeworks, I know that. But it's time and I'll give you very easy homework. I'll also solve some of your half of your homework, and that's way it's very easy for you to solve the rest of it. So let me give you some homework. So this is going to be your homework. Okay? So this is going to be your homework. The first one is done for you. Alright, let's find the present tense and its past form. This past is here. So the past form of the verb shout is shouted. Here is heard. Catch is caught. So like that, likewise, I want you to solve all these questions. They're very easy, by the way, and you'll have a lot of fun solving these questions. With this, we've come to end of today's class. If you have any questions or suggestions regarding these video series, feel free to write us at learning@deerwalk.edu.np. Thank you so much.